Hello friends, I am Sunil Ranjan and I am back with you another round of Quizwave. And here you will get questions and I hope you will be getting along with the questions and answering them, and finally you will be enjoying the show. Fine, and here is the check of what you know, and I tell you, questions are not very difficult, but yes, they indicate our awareness. Whatever is happening around us, we get to know. And here I begin the show. And you'll be getting 10 seconds to answer the questions, and after 10 seconds I'll be giving you the answers. But yes, 10 seconds and there'll be some music played during the period. And here I begin the show. Here it is, the first question, and the first question is, what is the world standard time, popularly known as? I repeat, what is the world standard time, popularly known as? And your time begins now. And here I stop. The time is over and 10 seconds that I told you earlier are over. And the answer to this question is GMT. GMT, Greenwich Mean Time. And Greenwich is near London, is the name of a village there. And so we have the world standard time that is also known as Greenwich Mean Time. So here I go again to the second question, and the second question that you are eagerly waiting for is, how long does the earth take to rotate on its own axis? How long does the earth take to rotate on its own axis? And your time starts now. And here your time is over. So the earth takes 23 hours and 56 minutes to rotate on its own axis. So this is the time, 23 hours 56 seconds. And two questions are over, and I hope you are getting along answering the questions quite well. And the third question that comes here, it is, name the world famous structure that is in Giza, Egypt. Name the world famous structure that is in Giza in Egypt. And your time starts now. Well, my dear, the time is over, and the structure that is world famous and that is in Giza in Egypt, that is the pyramids. The pyramids are the structures, and you already know that these are the world famous structures and they are in Egypt. So 3 questions gone, and we move on to the fourth question. And you have to tell, not very difficult question, my dear, it's quite easy. So, but then you have to check how much you know, how well you know. So we have the question coming up here. Which country in the world is the largest producer of wheat? I repeat, which country in the world is the largest producer of wheat? And your time starts now. My dear, your time is over, and I give you the answer. China is the largest producer of wheat in the world. So the country that produces the largest amount of wheat in the world is China. So 4 questions are over, and I hope you are getting along answering the questions quite well and quite comfortably. So I move on to the 5th question, and you have to tell, which is the smallest. Now you are no more breathing. Maybe your heartbeat is high, maybe it is low. Well, I don't know, but a very easy question coming up here. Which is the smallest continent of the world? And your time starts now. Well, my dear, your time is over, and the answer is Australia. Australia happens to be the smallest continent of the world. Now, 5 questions are over, and I don't know how well you have answered the questions. And I move on to the 6th question, and the 6th question comes here, and that is, name the lake. You have to name the lake which is also known as sea. You have to name the lake which is also known as sea. And your time, my dear, starts now. Well, my dear, your time is over, and the lake which is also known as sea is the Caspian Sea. The Caspian Sea. So 6 questions are over, and moving on to the 7th question that is coming up here. What is the currency of Switzerland? Of course, you might be smiling thinking about the Swiss banks that are in Switzerland. Well, now the question is, what is the currency? You have to name the currency of Switzerland, and your time starts now. Well, my dear, your time is over, and the currency of Switzerland is Swiss franc. I repeat, the currency of Switzerland is Swiss franc. So 7 questions gone, and I hope you are answering the questions, and if you're not answering also, you are getting to know the answers. So that is a brush up on your general knowledge. And we have the 8th question, and the 8th question is, which country is the largest producer of sugar in the world? Which country is the largest producer of sugar in the world? And my dear, your time starts now. My dear, your time is over, and I tell you, Brazil is the largest producer of sugar in the world. So it is the country Brazil that happens to be the largest producer of sugar in the world. So 8 questions are over, and moving on to the second last question of this quiz show. And the 9th question that is coming up here is, who is known as the Queen of Media in USA? Who is known as the Queen of Media in USA? And your time starts now. Your time is over, and the answer is Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey, she is known as the Queen of Media in the United States of America. So 9 questions are over, and we are moving on to the final question of this quiz show. And I hope, my dear, you are enjoying. And the world is changing. Don't you feel that we also must change for the better? And when we are answering the questions, somewhere inside we feel energized, we feel electrified. And so I come to the last question of this quiz show. And here I have the question for you. You have to name the largest city of USA. United States of America, and you have to tell the name of the largest city in that country, and your time begins now. Well, my dear, your time is over, and the largest city of USA, maybe you have got the answer right in your mind, but I have to tell you, so I am going to tell you. The answer to this question is the largest city of USA. Well, my dear, New York happens to be the largest city of USA. And I hope you are enjoying watching the show. And I don't have many questions here. I have only 10 questions, but these questions are very much common in our life, and we must know, because when we know the answers, this means that we are well with the time. So this is for today. Thank you.